Treasury bills, government bonds? Watch till the end to find out. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I am Matilda, and if you're new here, please remember to share, like, and subscribe to this channel, and also hit the bell button so that you're notified of any and all uploads I make during the week. Now, in this video, we are talking about how to lend money to the government, how to be a lender to the government, and the benefits of doing that. Okay, so number one, if you want to be a lender, of which I think we all do, I mean, this is 2021, this is also part of my agenda for, well, not this year, but in the near future, you know, to be a lender, to be more proactive with money. So if you're in this boat, please watch till the end. Okay, so one way to be a lender to the government is through getting government securities. I haven't done this yet, but I really want to do it, and I've researched on it, and this is how it works. So first of all, what are government securities? Government securities are debt instruments issued by the Republic of Zambia, the government, to whomever, like you or me, or a company. If you have a company or whomever who's got extra money and wants to lend to the government, they issue you with these instruments, and basically these instruments are just saying, look, as the government, we owe you money and we will pay you this amount of interest. By the end of this time period, we'll give you back your money and you would have gotten your interest. Basically, that's what it is. So the government would use one of these two. Actually, they use both of them. So you can either get a treasury bill, you can either buy treasury bills, or you can buy government bonds. Now, these two are pretty similar. The difference is the time period of either of them. So for a treasury bill, the maximum amount of time you can lend to the government is 1 year. You cannot go beyond 364 days. And the minimum amount of time you can lend to the government using a treasury bill, of course, is 91 days. So if you're ready to part with your money for the next 91 days or 100 days or so, you can actually buy a treasury bill from the government. In my next video, I will share with you how to go about it and also when the announcements are given. But for now, we're just covering what it is and the benefits. Okay, so then when we go to the government bonds, which are more long-term than the treasury bills, the minimum amount of time you can actually buy a government bond for is 2 years, and the maximum amount of time is 15 years. Pretty long, yeah. So if you've got children and you're looking for what investment to make for their future, I think this would be a pretty good one. Government bonds for 15 years would be pretty good. Anyway, so those are the main differences. So if you decide to actually buy a treasury bill, all you have to do is open a bank account with a commercial bank in Zambia, of course, and they will advise, because all commercial banks are well informed about this, and they will advise you on what to do. Remember, it's not as easy to go and do it yourself, because the bank needs to write a letter of guarantee to boards, because the government issues these instruments through the central bank, which is the Bank of Zambia. So usually you need somebody to guarantee that, oh, this person, Matilda, will pay, and usually it's the bank, your commercial bank. So when you go to your commercial bank, you have a good relationship manager. They will advise you on what exactly is needed for you to actually buy a treasury bill or a bond. They'll walk you through the forms and whatever it is you need to do and when. Okay, so when you get a treasury bill, for instance, the other difference between the two is how they pay out the interest. So when you buy a treasury bill, for example, you buy it for 30,000 kwacha. On the certificate, they'll tell you, okay, fine. So we're selling this bill. We're selling this bill for 30,000 kwacha, and in 91 days we will pay you 35,000 kwacha. So meaning the interest is the difference between the amount you receive when your treasury bill matures and the amount you paid when you were buying that treasury bill. So that's the interest. For a government bond, it's slightly different. When you buy, let's say you buy one for 30,000 kwacha for 2 years, that's the minimum amount of time. And so what will happen is, when you're buying this government bond, the government will indicate what percentage of interest this bond is going to attract. For example, if you buy one for 30,000 kwacha and it indicates that the interest is going to be 10% per annum, every 6 months they will pay you a certain amount of money towards your interest, so that every year you get your interest. Now after 2 years, when the bond matures, like you bought it for 2 years, when it matures they will pay you back your principal. And basically that is the difference between the two. For Treasury bill, you are paid your interest and your principal at the same time. For a bond, you are paid at different times, and you're paid every 6 months. So if you're, like I said, if you've got kids, I think this is a great opportunity. So what are the benefits of actually being a lender to the government or buying government securities such as Treasury bills or bonds? Is that number one, the government cannot default. They are obliged. Like, how can the government default? They can't default on that one. They can, play around with other things, but that one they cannot default. They will pay that money back, and no matter what, they'll pay it back. And the other benefit about it is that it's liquid. You can easily turn your Treasury bills or your government bonds into cash easily. Number one is you can actually sell it to somebody that's willing to buy it off you, because apparently everybody who's been doing this knows that the government pays. So, so they can buy it off you and you have your money, easy peasy. The next way is through using it as collateral. So sometimes I know SMEs or, small business people, we're looking for, money, and then for you to get a titled property, it's not as easy or as cheap. But with a government bond, it would be a cheap alternative, yes, and you can use it as collateral to the bank to get a loan. So you can actually turn it into money pretty quickly, and everybody actually knows that the government always pays. So it's a valid security. So that's the other benefit. The other benefit is that with the coming of technology, it has been dematerialized. So most of these records are kept digitally, and you don't have to worry that somebody is going to steal your paper. You know how it is with title deeds and what. If somebody gets a title deed, you're sweating beads, because now you have to look for it. If you can't get it, you have to replace it, which can cost a bit of money. So with this system, they record your details digitally, and all information is kept digitally. And once maturity date of whatever, whether it's interest payouts or the actual bill or Treasury bill payout, you will get your money in your account that is nested at a commercial bank. Okay, so basically that is just in the simplest of ways I can explain about Treasury bills and bonds. In my next video, I will be going through how to actually buy these and when these announcements are made. But if you want more information about it, you can actually check out the description box below, where I put the link for BOZ. That's the Bank of Zambia. They always have information about the Treasury bill auctions and the bond auctions, when they'll be coming up and things like that. But other than that, thanks for watching, guys. Remember to share, like, and subscribe to this channel, and also comment in the comment section so that I know you're watching. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.